So what we are going to present tonight is the Master in Food Culture, Communication and Marketing that is going to start during the next year in 2022 from March, because currently we are in the time just before the beginning of the 27th edition that will start in the middle of March. Actually, the course will be the same that is going to start during this March, and actually there are perhaps a couple of places left for late applications that we are able to evaluate. If some of you would evaluate to start studying in Italy in the middle of March, but for the most of you, I think that the goal is to enroll for the next edition, the 28th, that will take place in 2022. And let me therefore explain what is this master. It's the long-lasting product of this university. We delivered the first edition in 2007, and since then we have added until this year 26th edition. The 27th we are going to start. The objectives of these masters are to prepare future food industry professionals that are able to contribute to the development strategy of the company, and the company may be their own company if they want to start working as entrepreneur, or a company in which they start serving. And the second objective is to provide competencies to develop high-quality products, because the particular focus on the master is on high-quality products, in order to help this particular side of the development of food companies. And this development can be helped by our students in this master by working in the F&B management, the product selection, the communication, and also the corporate social responsibility areas of the companies. Well, the course is built on a few key facts that we can shortly recall. As I told you, the next edition, the 27th, is going to start in March, and we will have a 28th in 2022, starting in March again. The program is made of traditional academic classes, seminars with professional hands-on experiences, and personal research. And it represents a unique occasion to meet and learn from prominent alumni of the same course. Actually, every year we enroll 3 to 4 former alumni for seminars into fields they are currently working, and in fields into which they have profited on what they have learned during the master course in Pollenzo. What happens with COVID? This year, 27, with the 27th edition, we will have likely the classes in presence, because we have already started to have these classes in presence since this week in Pollenzo. Therefore, we will have the classical, traditional didactic activity, and in particular, we have been able to maintain also the traditional didactic activity in Pollenzo, also during the lockdown, for the classes with hands-on experiences, as your colleagues that are currently enrolled can confirm. But for the moment, what is still changing is that we are not allowed to make our study trip in presence. Therefore, we are currently planning for 27 the study trips in a virtual way, so connecting producers and experts by letting the students taste the products while remaining at home, safe at home. But we are pretty confident that during the next months the situation will improve, as long as the vaccines spread, and we will be able to shift from virtual study trips to in-presence study trips. Currently, and for the all 22, we will provide the classes, therefore, in 3 ways. The classes are held in presence in Pollenzo for the students that can come to the campus. Each class will be streamed during the class in presence, and therefore, even if you can't come to Pollenzo, you can attend the class. Third, the class held in presence is recorded, and therefore you can watch the record after the class for both reasons, because you could not attend or simply because you want to hear an explanation once again, in order to improve your comprehension and your knowledge about the topic. Okay? This is for the whole 22, but we hope that slightly we go back to the habits we had in the past. The course is structured, on thematic modules. The first is the thematic module referring to high quality products. High quality products means a broad amount of topics, including history, including anthropology, including seminars and hands-on experiences devoted to quality products that are peculiar of some territories, and also including law and legislation and quality law that are my topic. For I am the convener of this master, but I am also the professor of law and legislation in the same course. Here are some of the guys you are going to meet in case you enroll and are admitted to this course. From the top on the left, we see Simone Cinotto and Michele Fortefrancesco, colleagues in the university, colleagues in the faculty. You find them in the faculty sheet. The first is an historian of migration and mobility. The second is an anthropologist. Lower to them, the two small pictures, one along the other, are Giaccone. Giaccone and Signoroni, that means the editors of the Italian Guide to Craft Beer. Lower to them, in a vineyard, because it's his natural place, is Maurizio Gili, agronomist and professor of wines from the New World, because he's a consultant working in different areas of the planet. Right to them is Armando Castagno, the one that seems to be saluting the military way. And small in the corner is Bernard O'Connor, Irish attorney, very expert of geographical indications at an international level. This is for the first thematic module, high quality products. The second module is the module devoted to marketing and sociology of consumption, that are important topics in this master, as you can understand, for the fact it is called food culture and communication and marketing. So we have the classical teaching devoted to competitive strategy and entrepreneurship, marketing and trade marketing, which have the largest amount of hours, sociology of taste and sociology of food consumption, and then a few case studies like the honey of Mialitun, the bread and pizza making of Gusto Divino, and also new entry, not yet in the slide, the traditional balsamic vinegar of Reggio Emilia with Andrea Bezzecchi. And then we have cured meat and cheese tasting to complete. Here are the people you are going to meet. From the top, you see Mirko Marconi and Andrea Paternoster, which are the lecturer of the classes of cured meat and chocolate tasting, and alongside him, the lecturer of beekeeping and honey terroir. Lower to them, you see on the left Maria Giovanna Onorati, professor of sociology in the faculty of Pollenzo. In the middle, Cinzia Parolini and Carmine Garcia, professors of entrepreneurial strategy. And on the right, Katia Premazzi, who teaches marketing and trade marketing. The third pillar is the pillar of communication and sustainability, because the university has adopted as a strategic approach an approach to sustainability that is innovative. And therefore, we pay a lot of attention to this topic, not only in the perspective of the Sustainable Development Goals, but also in a broader sense. Therefore, in this third section of the course, you find the teaching of communication skills Food Culture and Society, Design and Sustainability with colleague Franco Fassio, Aesthetic of Perception, Skills and Environment, Food and Wine Journalism, Food Geography, Intercultural Communication, Visual Communication, and Wine Communication. So as you can see, we have coupled the teachings of communication with the teachings related with sustainability, because we definitely think that the extra value of Polenzo can be represented by the fact of teaching how to communicate and share the good practices related with sustainability. And here are some of the guys you're going to meet during these classes. From the top, left on the top, Colin Sage from Cork University, Ireland, for food geography. In the middle, Juliet Harbutt, the lady of cheese from New Zealand. On the right, Jeremy Parson, PhD from Texas, for food and wine communication. Lower to them, on the left, we have Douglas Gayton. I'll tell something about him later. Fulvio Zendrini, who has been an important guy in communication and marketing of food in Italy for decades. And lower on the right, you see Lydia Itoy from Los Angeles and Corby Kammer from Boston, two prominent journalists of food from America that every year teach in our university very appreciated courses to propose our students insights about food communication under the point of view of North American journalism. I told you that I will tell you something more about Douglas Gayton. Well, we have started a collaboration with him about teaching the sustainability language that he has inaugurated with the project, the Lexicon of Sustainability. Later, he has also launched a new project whose name is Rediscovered, devoted to food that are rediscovered in order to cope problems like famine and starvation. And these classes are very interactive classes that lead the students to learn new languages and to practice new languages that exit into artworks according to the style of these topics taught by Professor Gayton. Here is one of these images or one of these artworks that are able to teach the new reality of food. Douglas Gayton has been involved through years in many important world projects funded by prominent subjects like Google, just to remember the last one, but previously other great companies and institutions interested in food culture, and therefore we are really honored to have him contributing to this program now and also hopefully in the future. What makes the program special, alongside the faculty that I have been pleased to introduce you, are the study trips. 3 study trips in 2021 are already planned. We planned 2 of them in Italy and 1 in Europe because we hope that the pandemic will become less a source of problem during this year. But of course, in case we cannot go outside Italy because the situation of the pandemic remains severe in other countries, we will be able to shift to destinations in Italy that we can reach and are safe for our students. A study trip is not a holiday. A study trip is an occasion to learn outside the classes through experiences that are on-field experiences, and therefore they involve more or less, the 3 study trips together, 200 hours of didactic activities, including workshops, hands-on, dinners, interviews, and a broad range of hands-on experiences, and not less than 60 meetings with experts, protagonists, passionate people from different gastronomic areas of the planet, and of course, first of all, of Italy, as I told you, that is the main destination during 2021, We do hope that in 2022 we will be able to travel as we used to do before, even if with some limitations still due to the pandemic. And therefore, we will be able to organize a trip in Italy, another in Europe, and the third one outside Europe in a different environment. The course is very careful in organizing your meeting with the companies and organizing your occasions to get in touch with the production of food. And this is what we do also in the Food Culture and Communication Master, thanks to the help of the Career Center. We have an important part of the university into the Career Center. They help students finding out what they want to do during their time for the internship, what do they want to deepen as topic for their future in the food sector. And finally, they help the students getting in contact with the companies or the realities, the communities that the students have chosen in order to spend their internship. The career is on the side of the student in order to ease this process and to facilitate the success of this process. And that's the reason you are going to meet many times the people of the Career Center during the classes in the first part of the year spent in Pollenzo, because they have to help you finding out what you want to do and then accompany you into the path to arrive becoming a complete, I would say a whole gastronome. Because to become a whole gastronome takes knowledge, but also hands-on experiences during the study trips and the visits, but at the end of the day, also an hands-on experience working into a company with an institution on a topic that you have chosen. Our gastronomes, to which you are going to belong if you graduate from this master, are people that are able to contribute to the food sector in a various range of companies and institutions, going from large-scale agri-food production to small-scale and artisanal enterprises. It's not only our gastronome, a guy able to contribute to the making of food, to the production or the communication of food. We have also many of our alumni that are employed in the tourism sector, in the training services, and in the NGOs, because maybe that during the master you discover that working in an NGO for the development of culture, or the development of new areas that are currently interesting areas for the development of new tendencies in food is your destination, is your mission, and we will be absolutely happy to accompany you into this path. Our gastronome work into communications, into marketing and management, as well as in journalism, sales, and food production and transformation. And we are always very, very happy when our former students become entrepreneurs, because we do believe that starting a company on their own means not only that they are very confident, but also that they can really implement what they have learned in a way that is uncomparable to the way that is feasible for the student that enter a company that is already structured when they become part of it. A few figures to conclude this presentation and be happy to answer your questions. The start date of the 27th edition during this year is March 2021, in the middle of March. We are still accepting late applications that are evaluated exactly according to the same standards of the regular applications. From May on, new applications for the next edition will be open. And of course, if you don't feel comfortable or if it's not possible for you to come for this edition starting in March, consider to apply for the next one that will start in March 2022. The fee is 16,500 euros, and there is the possibility of one, scholarship in the course, and the possibility for financial aid if you are a student coming from the US or from a European country, because the university can guarantee for the loan that is eventually needed in order to support, to sustain these costs. Well, I have concluded the presentation. I'm very happy that you could remain for it, and I am now absolutely happy to answer your questions. Just a disclaimer, the picture you see is not a picture of the current time in Pollenzo. Now we are in the winter. In this area of Piedmont, we have had snow until the last week, and today is a rainy day with about 3-4 degrees Celsius. So just to not to present our campus as a campus where always shines the sun, because unfortunately we are in the north of Italy, close to the Alps, and therefore the climate is pretty cold in the winter and very hot during the summer. I'm looking forward to answer your questions. Please do not hesitate. You can type them into the chat, or you can switch on the microphone and ask directly. Nobody has anything to ask? Daria? Oh, Karin. No question, but thank you for the presentation. I do thank you for your patience, Karin, and I'm also happy to thank you, Jenny. Please consider that the presentation is being recorded, therefore it will be uploaded on the site of the university, and in case you want to listen to it twice for any reason, or because something is not clear at the first time you hear my bad English, do not hesitate. Within the next days, you'll find the presentation uploaded on the site of the university, and it will remain available for you. Thank you, Jenny, for your appreciation. Do hope that you can evaluate the course and consider the opportunity of applying. Can I ask you where you're from, Karin and Jenny? From Finland, Karin. Nice. And Jenny from Wisconsin. And Daria, where are you from? Maybe Daria doesn't listen to me in this moment. Is connected to another class. So nice to see that.
Professor Fino, could I just add that?
You're welcome.
If I'll just say hello to everybody. My name is Charles Walensky. I work in the academic and registrar office. So I handle directly the pre-enrollment process for this master program. Perhaps I've even been in touch with some of you via email. I just want to extend my warm greetings to all of you, and just to let you know that you're more than welcome to write to the university. I'll put up the general email address for our office. If you have any questions or concerns regarding the admission process, please let me know, and we look forward to hopefully receiving your applications. Thank you.
May I ask you, Jenny and Karin, if you are considering the course for 2022? For the next edition or for the edition? Yes. I imagine, because it takes some preparation actually to come to another country and finally to enroll. But let me also give you the very, if you want, a personal advice that coming to a small town in the north of Italy to study means less problems than maybe you expect, because finding a flat or a room in a flat is not that difficult. The costs are a lot lower than compared to the costs in a big city of Italy, and therefore it's likely that you can consider with sufficient confidence the opportunity of coming to it. Thank you very much for your attention today, and once again, thank you for your patience. Oh, Daria, nice to read that you are from Croatia. Thank you very much. A place we love. Fantastic isles, amazing history, great gastronomy, and white truffles as well. We have them in Piedmont. Therefore, it's a pleasure to read you are from Croatia. Okay, if there are no questions, thank you very much for your participation, and hope to see you or to see your applications for the next editions of the master. This one, late applicants, or the next one? Yes, Jenny, we have until the beginning of the course normally, but I would say that to apply very late could cost you a bit of a delay in finding a place to stay and solving other logistic problems. Therefore, it would be better if you mean to apply this year, to apply before the end of February, in order to have time to plan everything you need. That is a tampon to arrive to Italy, come here, spend your 14 days of quarantine and so on, and therefore be part of the family for 1 year with full rights and opportunities. I do thank you for asking this. Okay. Daria, were you considering applying this year in 2021 or for the next edition, 2022? If I can ask you. No answer. Okay, maybe that the connection doesn't work. So, if there are no other questions, thank you very much. I put in the chat my email, and in case some late question can come to your mind after this meeting, please take a note of it and send me an email for asking in order to ask for further information or to clarify any kind of doubts you may have after the open day we had today. Okay? Thank you very much for being with us today, and please count on the good guys at the Secretariat, like Charles and his colleagues, that are always happy to... Oh, nice to read it, Daria. So take a note of the address to write in order to ask information. I asked Charles to type his address in the chat so that you can take a note of it and you can submit your late application. Actually, from Croatia is not a long trip to arrive to Lens. Charles, can you add? Do you want to add your? You already did. So Daria.
Yep, it's just Daria. You've got it right there. Just take that down. Be sure to keep in mind that as soon as we close this Blackboard conversation, all the contents of that chat will disappear. So definitely do write that someplace outside of the chat, and then feel free to drop me an email. I look forward to hearing from you.
Very well. Okay, I think we said everything, almost. So thank you very much for your attention, and once again, thank you for your patience with my late arrival. I was in a class, in a very interesting class about food quality and law in the postgraduate course, and I lost my watch and could not take it in the right consideration. Hope to see you soon. Have a nice evening. Bye.